In today's lesson, we'll work on our intermediate course, Unit 7 and third part, 7.3, Vocabulary and Skills Development. Our goals here are understand paraphrasing and use collocations, reading and speaking, understanding, paraphrasing. Exercise 1A. Look at the statements. What do they mean? Do you agree with them? Discuss with a partner. And here are statements. 1. I haven't failed. I have simply found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. 2. Failure is the key to success. Each mistake teaches us something. It's Morihari Ueshiba. Pause the video and answer the questions. Give your comment on these posed statements in a written form. And now let's look at the answers. Well, I agree with both views because, well, there's no failure. If you think about it, if you are not too goal-oriented, if you're enjoying the process, there's no failure because you're not going to stop. If you like it, if you enjoy it, you're just going to keep going until the end of your life. And this is never-ending process. And if you have ulterior motive, meaning that if you want something out of this thing, you're going to be really waiting for, you're going to be really impatient for results, impatient for something that comes out of it. And then you just fail. You just think that you fail because you will just have no longer have energy to keep going. And at the end, like, it will lead to failure. Well, failure is not making mistakes or failing. It's just failure is just stopping to try more and try for a longer period of time. Exercise 1B. Look at the first statement in exercise 1A. Which word or phrase is expressed in different words in the second statement? And as you see here, in the first statement, ways that won't work means almost the same as mistake in the second. Exercise 2A. Read the information in the Unlock the Code box about paraphrasing. Unlock the code. Understanding paraphrasing. To avoid repetition, writers talk about the same thing in different ways. Writers use a synonym, either a word or phrase that means almost the same thing to refer to the same. Sometimes the new phrase has a different grammatical form. And here example is, people who do well in their jobs get promoted. Second example is, my colleagues are pretty ambitious. Most people who work here want to get to the top. And here, as you see, do well is close to get promoted, and ambitious is close to want to get to the top. And as you see, if you use the same word and again, it's gonna be a repetition. It's gonna be, well, it's gonna affect your score negatively, both in speaking and writing structures. And what you have to do is paraphrase, meaning use words with the same meaning to give the exact meaning, but with different structures, different words, and different expressions. Exercise 2B. Read paragraph 1 of the article, then underline words or phrases or paraphrase later in the paragraph. Circle the phrases which are there near synonyms. Pause the video, do this exercise in a written form. And now, if you have finished, let's check the answers. Specialists are experts. Answer is given. Festival is event. Children are kids. Make mistakes is getting things wrong. Creative and innovative is the ability of the kids to produce new ideas. Exercise 3A. Think of 2 reasons why doing a task and failing could be good for you. Pause the video and try to answer these questions in a written form. Well, if you have finished, let's look at the possible answers. Well, doing the task, trying to do the task and failing can be positive and beneficial in many ways. The first one is you're going to improve your soft skills, meaning you're going to be more persistent, you're going to be more confident in yourself, you're going to be more hardworking and conscientious, because failing can mean 2 things. You just give up, or you get stronger and you become anti-fragile. And if it's good, you're going to be even stronger, and there's a less chance you're going to stop in the future. And the second equally important and equally significant reason or benefit of failing in doing some task is you can learn a lot of things, because failure is not a bad thing, because you can learn a lot of details and minute structures of this thing that you are doing in the process of failing. Exercise 3B. Read the rest of the article. What reasons does the writer give for the value of failure? And let's look at the suggested answers also. If we try something, we have begun to understand how to do it and how not to do it. This is perhaps a good first step. And if we're allowed to fail, there is much less stress. At least we can be creative in trying to achieve something. And now, if you have finished, let's look at the suggested answers. In today's world, it's important not to stick with old ideas. People who fail are often criticized. This might cause them to give up. If people take risks and are allowed to be creative, they might have new ideas. If you want to communicate something in a foreign language, you might have to take risk and experiment, which can lead to progress. Exercise 4. The underlined words in paragraph 2 and 5 are synonyms for the words that come earlier in the article. Write the word they refer to. Pause the video and try to do this exercise on your own in a written form. And if you have finished, let's check the answers together. Paragraph 2. Do well means be successful. Paragraph 3. Give credit for means value. Paragraph 4. Unbelievable means incredible. Blame is synonym for criticize. Quit is similar to give up. In paragraph 5, talk to is communicate. Exercise 5. Answer the questions. Pause the video, answer the questions in a written form. If you have finished working with this exercise, let's check the answers together. 1. According to the article, how are successful people rewarded at work? Well, they get promoted. 2. Why can failure be useful? What does it teach us? It encourages us to take risks. Failure teaches us not to continue with old ways and ideas. 3. What is the example of the scouts in paragraph 4 supposed to show? The scouts weren't wrong. The person who asked them to go was. It was impossible for the scouts to win in this situation. 4. What does the writer think you need to do to communicate in another language? Well, take risks and try to say things in different ways. Exercise 6. Work with a partner. What are the main ideas from the article that you both agree with? Pause the video and give your opinion on the article. And now let's look at the possible answers. Well, I completely agree with all the ideas in the exercise, in the article, because as it was mentioned above, as it was mentioned earlier, 100 times, the failure is a good thing, because failure is going to improve you in many ways according to your, well, it depends on your psychology. If you're a hardworking person, if you're an ambitious person, from nature, it's going to make you more resilient. It's going to make you more comfortable with taking risks, and taking risks is essential to become successful in this world, because you can never see the person who got successful, who became successful without taking any risks. Vocabulary and speaking. Collocations. Exercise 7. Find these collocations in the article and exercise 3 in your own words. What do you think they mean? Pause video and try to find the meaning of these collocations on your own in a written form. And now, if you have finished, let's check the suggested answers. Paragraph 2. First one, a good job. It's valuable employment, interesting work. Get promoted means move up in the company, take on more responsibility. Higher positions means better jobs, more responsible jobs. Paragraph 3. 4. Follow the procedure means do what you have to do, keep to the rules. 5. Obey the rules means fulfill obligations, follow instructions, think. Creatively means innovate, work with new ideas. 7. Come up with ideas means brainstorm possibilities, think of many options. In paragraph 4, do their best means they try very hard, work on everything possible. And in paragraph 5, 9, take risks means try out something new, take chances. 10, completely different means alternative, another. 11, make progress means do well and be successful. Exercise 8. Read the information in the vocabulary box about collocations. Vocabulary box, collocations. There are several different types of collocations organized by word class. Noun, verb, adjective, etc. The most common are verb plus noun, obey the rules. Adjective plus noun, a good job. Verb plus adverb or adverb plus verb, think creatively. Adverb plus adjective, hugely important. When you record collocations, it's essential to note down the grammar words like a or my as well. If you use the wrong grammar words, it will sound unnatural. And when you're learning collocations, it's better to learn the word, the structure completely, because if you divide them, for example, hugely and important, it's not gonna make sense, and when you're using it, it's gonna sound very unnatural. And here example is I always try to do my best, not I always try to do the best. Exercise 9. Work with your partner. Write the summary of the article using your ideas from exercise 6 and the collocations in exercise 7 to help you. Pause the video, do this exercise in a written form. Exercise 10a. Complete the questions about work and study with collocations made from one word in column A and one word in column B. Pause the video, make these collocations and try to fill these sentences with them. If you have finished, let's check the possible answers. Well, which is more important, a good salary or job satisfaction? 2. At work, is it better to obey the rules or to take risks? 3. Have you ever had a temporary job? What was it? Did you want it to become permanent? 4. Have you ever had a job where you had to supervise other employees? Did you like the responsibility? 5. Would you like a job where you had to come up with new ideas or one where you simply followed rules? 6. Do you find it easy to think creatively and come up with new ideas? How do you do it? Exercise 10b. Listen and check your answers one more time.
Audio 7.2. 1,
Which is more important, a good salary or job satisfaction?
2,
At work, is it better to obey the rules or to take risks?
3,
Have you ever had a temporary job? What was it? Did you want it to become permanent?
4,
Have you ever had a job where you had to supervise other employees? Did you like the responsibility?
5,
Would you like a job where you had to come up with new ideas or one where you simply followed the rules?
6,
Do you find it easy to think creatively and come up with new ideas? How do you do it?
Exercise 11a. Task. Work with a partner or in small groups. Ask and answer the questions in exercise 10. Give reasons for your answers. Pause the video, answer the questions in a written form. Well, now, if you have finished, let's look at the possible answers. Well, I think the most important in a job is job satisfaction. And at work, it's better to take risks, because when you have to take risks, there are a lot of big returns. 3. And I had a temporary job. It was teaching assistant or assisting teachers, and I made it my permanent job. Now I'm a teacher. 4. And well, I have a job that in which I have to supervise others, and it is my current job. I'm also a manager here, and I have to look after people and control what they are doing. And I would like a job where I have to come up with ideas, and I'm doing it actually, because I work in the media department also, and we just come up with new ideas every day. And I find it easy to come up with new ideas when I'm with other people, because I just start giving a lot of different ideas and just get feedback from others, and if they like it, for example, from 10 ideas, we just implement 2 or 3 of them. Exercise 11b. Report the 2 most interesting answers to the class. That's the end of our today's lesson. See you in the next lessons.